Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So I'm sitting barefaced, which means I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial. It has been quite a while since I've done one of these, but I have a super great excuse for doing one today. And well, actually I have two great excuses. The first is I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. And the second excuse is that I'm not just doing this tutorial. There's some other lovely clean beauty YouTubers who will be doing Valentine's Day tutorials as well. Caroline from Cosmetics by Caroline will be posting one. Reagan from Reagan Heart will be posting one. Steph from Life Meets Stuff will be doing one. Also Alexa from Makeup Blake. And last but not least, Gabrielle from The Green Bell is also going to be doing a Valentine's Day makeup look as well. I'm going to link all their videos down below, so if you've not heard of them, not check them out, be sure to do that. And I hope you get some inspiration for various Valentine's Day looks. I know we all have different styles. We're all going to have different looks using different products. So I think it'll be really fun. And you could just see kind of the range of different looks you can get using clean beauty. And the range of different products as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into mine. I have some ideas of what I want to do, but I don't have a completely formulated idea. So it's going to be a bit of an adventure for all of us. So I'm not going to say I'm going to be doing this because honestly, I'm not entirely sure. So let's just go ahead and jump right in and see where we end up. First off, we're going to start with some foundation. I feel like I haven't used this on camera in a while, so I'm going to be using this because it really is one of my all-time favorite foundations. And this is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I have the shade Sable, that's the one I'm going to be using today. I also have Formentera, that shade works really well for my porcelain skin tone too. I do like to apply this foundation using a brush, and I just so happen to have gotten the new Cloven Hello brush set in the mail today. I am going to be playing with those. I've not used them before because they literally arrived just like 20 minutes before I sat down to film this. So we're going to be testing this out. I'll be trying out the Perfecting Buffer brush to apply this foundation. So far, I really like this brush. Did a great job of blending out the foundation. It didn't absorb too much. It's a perfect packing. Like, it's not too dense, but it's also not too loose. There's like a fine line of what I like for a foundation brush, and this is so far working pretty well. I'm going to add a little bit more coverage in a few areas where I feel like I need it. I like to go in with less foundation and then add a little bit more. It just helps things from looking too cakey. And also I've been kind of into a lighter foundation look recently, so this way I really have control over the amount of foundation I'm putting on. Now I'm going to be going in with the Ilia True Skin Serum concealer, which, you know, makes sense. It's kind of the perfect companion with the foundation. I really like this concealer. I like to use the shade Arrowroot. It isn't super brightening on me, but it does provide a bit of brightness. So I'm going to be concealing under my eyes and also have a few acne spots you may be noticing. So I'm going to give those a little bit more coverage as well. And I typically don't use a brush to blend out concealer. I really like using my hands, so that's what I'm going to do. For blush, I have been really into this blush from Olio Yoso, and so that's the one I'm going to use today. This is their number 9 blush. It is this really nice pink. It's a super light blush. It is more sheer, but I find that I can build up and get a nice amount of color on my cheeks, so I'm going to use this. Also, really, my overall goal is to stick with kind of like pinks and reds because it is Valentine's Day. When you're seeing this, it's Galentine's Day, but I wanted to stick with pinks and reds for the Valentine's Day theme. I just find that this blush gives such a, well, it's a multi-use product, so you can also use it on your lips. So I find that it just gives such a nice glow to the cheeks, and also it just gives this like gentle flush, like you've been outside the cold. Like, I love it. It's perfect for winter, perfect for Valentine's Day. I mean, I'm also going to use this in the spring and summer because I love it. This has really been one of my favorite blushes recently. Staying with our pink theme, I wanted to use a highlight that's a little bit pink, and also because I used a cream blush, I really want to stick with cream products, so I'm going to be using the beautiful cream highlight from Kara Weiss in the shade Radiance. I picked this up and I have fallen absolutely in love with it, so I'm just going to be dotting this on the high points of my cheeks and then on my Cupid's bow. And then once I use this product, I will be done with cream products on my face, so then we will move into setting my under eyes and also setting the rest of my face. I know you guys were probably wondering when I was going to do that, but I always like to put all my cream products on first and then do that. So we're going to move back to trying another brush from Clove & Hallow, and this is their Precision Buffer. I think you're supposed to actually use this to blend out your concealer, but because I would normally use my fingers, I'm actually going to try and use this as a powder brush to apply a setting powder under my eyes. We'll see how that works. It may not work, but the brush that I typically use for setting my under eyes somehow ran into some glitter, and I keep getting glitter under my eyes when I use it, so I really need to wash it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, so I'm going to use this. Also, I've been testing out the bio-based baked brightener from Well People. I've heard a lot about this, and I just picked it up, and I'm still trying to figure out my thoughts on it, but I did like it the day I used it, so I want to go ahead and try it out again today and use it for this tutorial. If you've watched my channel, you probably know that my all-time favorite setting powder is the 14E setting powder. I still absolutely love that one. I just am on a personal mission to find a pressed setting powder that I like. This one might be it. If you want my all-time favorite setting powder recommendation, it is the 14E setting powder. For setting my entire face, I'm going to be using the Clove & Hallow Pressed Foundation. I have the shade 1, which is a good shade if you have porcelain skin. What I'm going to be doing is really focusing this foundation just on my T-zone. So on my forehead, down my nose, and then my chin, and then a little bit under where I put the blush. Really, I'm not going to be touching the powder where I put the cream blush and the highlight, because I want it to be glowy from being cream products, and also I don't tend to get too oily there, so it'll be good. If you have drier skin, you probably don't need to do this stuff, but if you have oily skin, setting your foundation is so crucial in helping it last longer. It is time for brows, and a product that I've been absolutely loving for brows is the Jane Iredale Brow Gel. I know this is divisive. I can't remember if Caroline likes it and Reagan doesn't, or if Reagan likes it and Caroline doesn't. Anyway, one of them likes the clear one doesn't. I love the tinted brow version. I have the shade Brunette. For me, as you can see, my brows are pretty thick. I mean, this one could be a little thicker, but this one's doing pretty well. So I don't need a lot of product, and I find that this just gives me the perfect amount of added tint to my brows, but also I can get really feathery, wispy brows in front, and it really helps to hold my brows in place because they can get a little wild and develop a mind of their own. So I also want a product that's going to tame them. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. I forgot to mention, one of the things I always make sure to do before I actually start going into my brows with the product is I always take the wand and wipe it, kind of like you do on mascara, on the sides of the container a little bit, just to get off the excess product, because otherwise you can get a little bit too much going in your brows, but once I do that, I'm fine. We're gonna move on to the fun part, which is eyes, and I have an idea of what I want to do. I've not done this before, so we aren't really sure how this is going to turn out. I actually really want to use this PYT Glam Glitter Gel. This is in the shade Pink. I guess that's not surprising, it's pink. They sent me the one in Iridescent, which is the clearish white one, and I really like it. And so I actually just picked this one up and I haven't used it yet, but I think it'll be perfect just like right on the eyelid itself. But because it is a liquid product, I want to do crease work first, which is not normally the order I do my eyeshadow in, but you know, we're having fun. We're trying something different today. So I actually need to figure out what I want to use for my crease shades. After looking around, I have decided on what I'm going to do. So this is actually the RMS Beauty palette. This has eyeshadow shades in it and also a blush and a highlight. I am going to be first starting with this shade right here in my crease. When I was looking around in my collection, I really wanted a dusty pink shade. And honestly, like, this was kind of the best thing I could come up with. It's not purely matte, it's kind of a satin shadow, but I think it will work really well for what I want to do. So we're gonna start off with this, and we are going to be using the Clove and Hallow Shade and Blend brush. This fluffy brush right here looks perfect for blending out shadows in the crease, so that's what I'm going to be using. It is super soft, by the way, so and actually all the Clove and Hallow brushes are really soft, which I'm all about that. Nobody wants a scratchy brush, nobody has time for that. So this is nice and fluffy, and I think it will do the trick, so we'll start there. I did a quick swatch of this Glam Glitter Gel, and as glittery as it is, it's a little sheer. So I'm actually going to take this shade still on this brush and kind of blend it down onto my lid a little bit to get a base of color there. The one thing I will say, I really like this brush. It did a really easy, good job of blending, which I always am a fan of. So I'm just gonna blend the shade down onto my lid a little bit. Now let's go in with this Glam Glitter Gel. I'm going to put some of it onto my finger and then dab it onto my lid, partly because I now have a shadow down my lid and I don't want to stain the applicator with the shadow. But yeah, I have had good luck with the other shade on my lid, so I think this one will be good too. And here's what it looks like on my finger. So let's get this applied onto my lid. I don't know about you, but I'm loving this so far. Hopefully it's picking up on camera as well as it is in real life. I'm a fan. Next, I'm going to be applying a little bit of liner. I'm not going to be doing a wing, that's just not my thing. I have hooded eyelids and it's really hard to have a wing look nice. I'm only going to be using a liquid liner to just line along my lash line. I really like this. It just gives my eyes a little bit more definition. It makes my mascara look better. Like I like it. And I don't do it all the time, but for special occasions like Valentine's Day, it's the perfect time to do this. I'm going to be using the Josephine Cosmetics, the Eye Define. I have the black shade. This isn't my favorite liner. It's very difficult to do a wing with it, first off. And I find that it can be a little bit difficult to build it up, like it doesn't want to build up on itself. But it does wear really well. Like it stays in place, it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. So once you get it and get it where you want it, it does last really well. So I am going to be using this this is the one I have open and I've been using recently. You want to make the line as thin as possible to really just look like your lashes. That's really all we're doing here. Wish me luck. Even without doing a wing, can still be a little tricky, especially if I've had too much coffee. So we've now got that in place. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be putting on mascara, and mascara will cover up a lot of imperfections with this. So I'm going to be curling my lashes. I picked up the Plume Lash Curler and honestly I've been completely loving it, so that's what I'm going to use. And then we will apply some mascara. For mascara today, I'm going to be using the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I've been really enjoying this one. There's a bit of a learning curve with it and it really took me a while to get the hang of it. The one thing I have to say with Ilia products is I really think the quality is super high on a lot of them, and I obviously love a lot of them, but they could use better instructions a lot of the times. And this mascara is a great example. It is a silicone wand and hopefully the camera is focusing, but there are two different sides of the wand. The top wand is kind of more spiky and long and not as dense, and the bottom part of the wand is denser. And I found out from a video on Ilia's Instagram, the shorter bristles are good for giving volume to the lash, and the longer ones are good for lengthening and separating. So what I like to do is go in first with the volumizing side and then kind of comb through with the lengthening side. So it's kind of a two-step mascara all in one wand, which is cool, but until I saw that video and really understood how to use it, I was honestly struggling with this for a while. You can really get a dramatic look from that mascara, and I think it really is from that two-sided wand. I debated back and forth for a while about what I was going to do about my lips, because initially I was going to use this, which is the Aether Beauty, this is their, what are these called? This is their new, I don't remember what the name of it is, but this is their new like liquid lipstick lip gloss formula, and I had the shade Ruby, which is this beautiful red, and that's what I initially was going to do, but I realized my look was so pink. I just didn't want to throw red into it. Like, I love the color red. Like, I have red nails right now. Like, I love red. It's my favorite color. But I kind of love where this look went with the pink. So instead, I've decided to go with a Kosas lipstick. And this is Kosas Rosewater. And yes, this is a tiny one. I got this as a point reward from Credo. And honestly, this is like one of the best point rewards I got. I absolutely love the shade Rosewater. I'd heard people talking about it for years and I was like, whatever, it's a pink. And then I got it and I was like, I see why everyone loves it, because I love a good pink lipstick. And this is just a slightly different shade than a lot of the other pinks I have. And so that's what I want to use for this look. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on and then we can talk about the final look. Here is the final look. I obviously went really hard with the pink. We definitely have a pink Valentine's Day look, but you know what? I absolutely love it. I think this is a really fun take for Valentine's Day, and it's something that is wearable. Like, you could wear this because Valentine's Day is a Friday. Like, you could wear this to work. Well, maybe the glitter, maybe not as much, but you could put the one shade on and then like when you're getting ready to go out on your date, you could throw the glitter on, throw a little liner on and be good to go. But I really love how this turned out. It's a very simple, easy pink makeup look. Obviously, we didn't know in the beginning where exactly we're going to end up, but I am 1000% happy with this look and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. Like I said, if you have not, you should definitely check out everyone else's makeup looks. I will have those linked down below. And if you're from someone else's channel, hello. Welcome to Naturally Beautiful Girl. I talk about non-toxic, cruelty-free makeup, also a little bit of sustainable living, sustainable fashion thrown in. So if you like that, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. I have so many video ideas for 2020. I've got a list. There's going to be some amazing, awesome content coming out. I think you guys will be really excited about. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, check out my Instagram. I'm at Naturally Beautiful Girl as well. So you can see more of me on there. And once again, thank you so much for watching and have a happy Valentine's Day. Have a happy Galentines Day. Just have an awesome season of love and loving the people around you, be it your partner, be it your family, be it your pet, be it your plants. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.